There have truly been many famous rulers in history. Some led to conquer the world, some led to end violence and put their homelands into times of peace and balance. And some changed not only their nations but the whole world. Here are history's most famous rulers. 10. Hitler. Yes, that's correct. The creator of the Nazi Party. The man accountable for mass genocide during World War II. Was indeed a great ruler. Germany was in critical times when Hitler rose to power. And Hitler was the leader that the Germans' people could look up to. This one man blamed all of Germany's problems on a scapegoat, the Jews living in Germany at the time. And somehow managed to change the entire country of Germany that it really was the Jews' mistake for all of Germany's problems. Even if it was a terrifying thing to do, it was no mean effort and needed the skills and courage of a great leader. 9. Odysseus. In Greek belief, Odysseus was the Greek king of Ithaca with deeds so great that he was immortalized in Homer's epic The Odyssey. Odysseus's famous intelligence and cunning supplements his strong fighting skills. Odysseus succeeded to trick the Trojans during the Trojan War by making a wooden horse and hiding his soldiers in it. The Trojans took the horse in their city and within their walls, and just like that, the Greeks got through the impenetrable walls of Troy. Odysseus also managed to take back his lands of Ithaca after it was occupied with tyrants and single-handedly defended his kingdom. 8. Caesar. Caesar, also known as Augustus, became the first ruler of the Roman Empire and ruled from 27 BC till his assassination in 14 AD. His rule built an era of extraordinary peace, known as the Pax Romana, a deed that had never before been achieved. Caesar managed to take total power, but he did not have to use any false hopes and lies like rulers before him. 7. Alexander the Great. Recognized for his harsh and legendary military tactics, Alexander was one of the best if not the best military commanders of all time. He was one of the successful, but conquering much of the world at the time and sometimes making whole cities surrender to him without killing a single person. 6. Joseph II. Joseph II was the Holy Roman Emperor from 1765 to 1790. He was the first ruler of Austrian dominions of the House of Lorraine. Joseph was history's most generous ruler. If anyone doesn't apply to the expression, absolute power corrupts absolutely, it is him. He truly desired what was best for his people and even prohibited slavery and serfdom. 5. Genghis Khan. Genghis Khan was the most brutal leader the world has ever seen. But he was one of the most successful as well. He founded the Mongol Empire, He most powerful armies in the world at that time. Genghis Khan's excellent military tactics and strategies puts him on this list. He ruled most of the world during his prime and united many wandering tribes in Asia. 4. Queen Elizabeth I. Elizabeth I was the Queen of England and Ireland from 1558 till the day she died. She had many nicknames, the famous of which being the Virgin Queen, because she never depended on a king, ruled very well herself. Queen Elizabeth I set the example for a female ruler at that time and is one of the most successful female rulers in history. Before her reign, females were not considered to be fit of such power and they were subordinate to kings or other male successors. Elizabeth managed to prove that her gender can match and do better than the rule of men. 3. Charlemagne. Charlemagne was the king of the Franks from 768 till death. He had a long history of achievements that proves his worth to be on this list. He expanded and united the Frankish kingdoms into a single, powerful Frankish empire. His rule is linked with the Carolingian Renaissance, the period in which art and other cultural artifacts improved and peaked through the Catholic Church. 2. Napoleon. Napoleon I of France, also known as Emperor Napoleon, was a brilliant military and political leader of France, and he have heavily shaped European politics in the early 19th century. He dominated continental Europe through superior military tactics and skills. He continued to prosper until the French attack of Russia in 1812, and his success steadily declined. But his establishment of the Napoleon Code laid the administrative and judicial foundations for Western Europe. 1. Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln was the 16th President of the United States and guided the country through its greatest internal struggle, the Civil War. He successfully defended the Union. If not for Abraham Lincoln, the United States would probably be split into two countries right now. He also signed the Emancipation Proclamation, ending slavery in America. Abraham Lincoln is considered one of the most famous U.S. presidents, if not one of the greatest leaders in history.